In Ephesians 2, verse number 15, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace, that he might reconcile both Jew and Gentile unto God in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby, and came and preached peace unto you which were afar off, and to them that were nigh. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints, and of the household of God, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone. I must stop reading there. Paul the apostle identifies in verse number 14, for he is our peace, who hath made both one, Jew and Gentile one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us, the middle wall of partition between Jew and Gentile. Now, I pointed out on the program the other day that in systematic theology, there are those that have the idea that the New Testament church is nothing more than a sequence or a continuation of the Old Testament Jewish synagogue. There are some that have the idea that we have the temple in the Old Testament. The temple gives way to the synagogue. The synagogue gives way to the New Testament church. And there are some that refer to what they call an Old Testament church, then a New Testament church. And they deal with both of these as constituting component parts, the one of the other, that simply the one is the development or the outgrowth of the other. Now, I have been accused in my ministry of drawing a radical distinction between Israel and the church. That was said to me by a man that did not appreciate dispensational theology. He said, Brother Carper finds a radical distinction between Israel and the church. My distinction between Israel and the church is no more radical than what I read in the New Testament, in the book of Ephesians, in the book of Romans, in the book of Colossians, as stated by the Apostle Paul. My view is no more radical in character than to simply reflect what the Apostle Paul has indicated, that there is a wide difference, and there is a wide difference in character and in destiny between Israel and the church, the temple and the church, the synagogue and the church. There are at least 24, as you and I read the Bible, there are at least 24 far-reaching distinctions that are yet to be observed between Israel and the church, while there are about 12 major features that are common between Israel and the church. But the similarities that I read are obviously offset by the differences that I find. And there are twice as many differences as there are similarities. The fact that the revelation concerning both Israel and the church includes the truth about God, holiness, sin, redemption by the blood, but those similarities do not eliminate the far greater body of truth in which it is disclosed that the Israelites become such by a natural birth, while Christians become such by a spiritual